Thank you and welcome back to the PM Nightly channel. Today we're watching 38 amazing old photos that captured more than expected from Absurdland History. And as always, we'll give them a subscription, we'll give them a thumbs up, show our appreciation, and we're going to jump right in and see what is going on. African American flood victims line up to get food and clothing from a Red Cross relief station in front of billboard, ironically extolling world's highest standard of living. There's no way like the American way, taken in 1940. Wow. Isn't that something? Yeah. They probably didn't even realize the irony. Well, I'm sure some of them realized the irony of standing under that sign. Wow. A lot of stuff about it, America is more of a dream than anything. A man rides a bus in Durban, meant for white passengers only, in resistance to South Africa's apartheid policies. This is 1986. A mob pours sugar, ketchup, and mustard. I want to be able to read this. I'm going to stop it. A mob pours sugar, ketchup, and mustard over the heads of, from left, John Salter, Joan Trump Power, and Ann Moody during a sit-in demonstration at a Woolworth's whites-only lunch counter in Jackson, Mississippi, May 28th, 1963. It's disgusting. You have to wonder, what were they thinking when they're treating another human being like that? I don't get it. Is it just a mob mentality? Would they actually do that if they were alone? I can't believe that they would. I just don't get it. Lily, stop. Lily. Okay, good girl. All right, now move on. Lenny, and I'm going to probably butcher this name, Riefenstahl, director of the Triumph of the Will, reacts as Polish civilians are shot by German soldiers in 1939. So is that Lenny? I mean, this person looks a bit mortified. All of them look kind of disturbed. I mean, this woman's very upset. But director of the Triumph of the Will. I don't know what that is. I wonder if that had something that was supporting the Nazis. I don't know. If you have any idea, please leave a comment. Amazing. Delivering bread in the Irish Civil War. This is the 1920s. Is that yeah, he's holding a gun. Gosh. People would have attacked for a loaf of bread. Isn't that horrible? Oh, this is a longer paragraph. Hold on. In response to the anti-Japanese sentiment that followed the attack on Pearl Harbor, the Japanese American Citizens League opened the Anti-Axis Committee office on December 14th, 1941. Well, they were quick. It was part of their campaign to demonstrate the loyalty of, let me see, I can't read it, I guess to the United States. So America, we are ready, Anti-Axis Committee headquarters. Isn't that horrible? And we still do that today. Every time something stupid happens, like when Russia was attacking Ukraine, they were attacking a restaurant that was a Russian restaurant or something. That was in the news. Like, people are dumb. I don't get it. But sure, whatever. Oh, the loyalty of American-born Japanese citizens to the U.S. It's a shame. Danish resistance fighters holding up and disarming German soldiers. Copenhagen, 1945. It's been colorized. Hmm. George N. Bernard's 1864 photograph of a slave trader's business on Whitehall Street, 1864. Okay, Atlanta, Georgia, shows a United States colored troop infantryman corporal just by the door. I'm not seeing that, but auction and Negro sales. Isn't that crazy? But where is he? Just by, oh, he's over here. So fighting for their country, and they're still being sold. George McLaurin, first African American student admitted to the University of Oklahoma. Look how far away he has to sit. Forced to sit apart from white students, 1948. I mean, this really isn't that long ago. Albert Einstein, his secretary Helen, and daughter Margaret becoming U.S. citizens to avoid returning to Nazi Germany, 1940. Can you imagine if the Germans had gotten him back? California National Guard soldier escorts a surfer out of Venice Beach, Los Angeles, after it is shut down to prevent rioting or any large gathering of rioters there during the 1992 Los Angeles riots. Roman Polanski sitting outside his home the day after his wife, Sharon Tate, an unborn son, was murdered inside by the Manson family. Wow. I didn't realize. I heard of Sharon Tate being killed. I didn't realize she was married to Roman Polanski. Amazing. It's horrible. Martin Luther King Jr. removing a burnt cross from his front yard in 1960 with his child standing next to him. Can't even imagine. A beggar catches up with the carriage of King George V, London, 1920. And rightly so. And look, they're just ignoring him, refusing to even acknowledge him. A man exercises using a rowing machine in the gym aboard the Titanic in 1912. Wow. I wonder if he survived. Mogadishu, 1993. An Italian soldier gives food to a local orphan. Oh, well, that's sweet. Dorothy Counts, the first black student at Harry Harding High School in Charlotte, North Carolina, walking to school. Isn't that horrible? Can you imagine? 4th of September, 1957. Exactly 61 years ago, April 12, 1961, mankind reached the stars as Yuri Gagarin became the first human to travel to space. 1961. A girl holds her mother's hand while running to school, protected by an RUC officer in riot gear, as protesters shouted, spat, and threw things at them during the Holy Cross dispute in Northern Ireland, 2001. Oh my God. Really, I don't know. You're going to bring a child into that. It's just, I don't know. Just people are people no matter what the time period, no matter what the country. You know, they really are. That's a shame. How scared that little girl looks. Former President Ronald Reagan doffs his baseball cap, exposing his partially shaved head before the applause of well-wishers who saw him off at the airport in Rochester, Minnesota, September 15th, 1989. So was that after he had gotten shot? I'm assuming. I don't really know. That's funny that he's showing his half-bald head. Look at his wife. She's like, Ronnie, put your hat back on. She's putting her hand over his head. Shaggy, the reggae singer known for his hit song It Wasn't Me, photographed holding a football while serving in the U.S. Marines, 1991. I'm not familiar with him. Cow shoes used by moonshiners in the Prohibition days to disguise their footprints, 1924. Oh my God. Trying to make it look like it was cows walking through the field, probably. Statue of Liberty, Paris, France, 1886, before it was transported to America. So that's what it originally looked like when it was bronze without all the green, whatever that stuff is, corrosion, I guess. Willis Wynn, an ex-slave, holding the horn with which slaves were called, 1936. It's been colorized. Stevie Wonder visiting a children's school for the blind in London. How nice. That was around 1970. That's wonderful. A look at the Twin Towers in New York City on the since-demolished West Side Highway in the late 70s. An NYPD car is also in view. 21-year-old German Chancellor Angela Kastner with her soon-to-be husband Ulrich Merkel. Wow, 1975. Look at her being all young with her bell-bottom pants. Today, in 1926, Henry Ford announces the 8-hour, 5-day work week. I guess in that time it was a good thing. I don't know. Russian Orthodox priest wearing deerskin, taken in 1901. Russian Orthodox priest. Looks, I guess, fish. He's hanging to dry. I don't know what that is that's hanging. 3 young Russian women and a little girl recently liberated from a slave labor camp in the U.S. By the U.S. Army, lay flowers at the feet of 4 dead American soldiers. April 18, 1945, in Germany. A man looking for a job wearing his CV, England, 1930s. We're going to take a look at this. I know 3 trades. I speak 3 languages, fought for 3 years, have 3 children, and no work for 3 months. But I only want 1 job. Oh, isn't that a shame? Clever. But it's a shame anybody should have to do that. Leningrad gas mask drill, 1939. Oh, I'm glad I've never had to do that. Troops of the Allied nations during their intervention in the Russian Civil War in support of the White Army against the Bolshevik government. So let's see. This is the U.S. This is Canada. I didn't know Allied nations assisted in the Russian Civil War. I didn't know that. UK. This is China. Italian. Czech. And then Japan. How about that? And then didn't Russia and Japan actually go to war somewhere around the time right before or after one of the world wars? So that's interesting. It's interesting. The drunk basket. 1960s bars in Istanbul would hire someone to carry drunk people back to their homes. Oh, at least they weren't driving, right? Rail commuters wearing white protective masks, one with the additional message, wear a mask or go to jail, during the 1918 influenza pandemic in California. So what they were calling the Spanish flu, right? Harry S. Truman as a captain during World War I, 1918. Those big old baggy pants. The moment captured here is Elvis comforting his father after the death of his mother, 1958. Comforting each other, really. JFK Bill Clinton greeting at the White House in 1963. Oh, how about that? God. Look how young. Oh, thank you for watching. Well, thank you for
watching.
showing it. That was very interesting. I'm glad I subscribed. Hopefully we can get some more photos and we'll do that again. Very interesting. Some serious moments in history that should not be forgotten, right? But we keep repeating ourselves. History keeps repeating itself. You're supposed to learn history so that we don't repeat the bad things, but they do in some form or another. They keep coming back, even bell bottoms. Well, okay, I don't like the styles from 1970s, but that's just my opinion. Nobody has to agree with that. So anyway, thank you for spending some time watching the show with me. Or it wasn't really a show, but the photos and going through them. Very fascinating. I think we will do that again. I enjoyed that. All right, so I do want to thank you for spending some time with me again. This is PM Nightly. If you enjoyed the content, please feel free to give a thumbs up, maybe give us a subscription. We're trying to grow the channel. If not, that's perfectly fine. I enjoy the fact that you came and visited for a few moments. Thank you very much. Goodbye.